everyone, welcome to Explore Industrial Automation with me, Dave from the internet. Today we're going to talk about application data sheets and part numbers. So something that I've explained a lot and I know lots of people can be really confused about are both application data sheets and part numbers and how they're configured and how you figure a lot of these things out. And so today I wanted to kind of walk you through one of each. Now, an application data sheet typically is going to have some sort of part number attached to it, but there may be calibration, there may be something else that goes into it that you need additional information in the application data sheet. And the part number is typically going to be something that you go through either a configurator or you're going to pick from a list of pre-populated part numbers in order to figure out what you're looking for. We're going to go through and we're going to write down a part number based off of some information that we find, fill out an application data sheet, and then go through a configurator to show you guys what that can look like and a couple of tips and tricks along the way. So let's get to it.
For this first one that we're going to talk about, it's going to be a Sierra Instruments Quadratherm 780i to the technical data sheet. And here they've got a bunch of information that if you're looking at it and the reasons why to buy a Sierra Instruments versus anything else is going to be very interesting to you. We are going to go here and look at the ordering line. And so we can see the ordering of the 780i. And then this is set up fairly easily enough so that you can see that as we go down to the features, we're just going to pick feature 1 here is going to go to feature 1 here, feature 2 here is going to go to feature 2 there, etc., etc. And then we'll notice things like we can see feature 3 here, there's got a bunch of different alphanumeric digits, and what we're going to see with the configurator on the next one when we look at the pressure sensor is that there are some standard options that someone like a Sierra Instruments or someone like an Allen Bradley is going to have in stock, and generally if the customer needs something quickly, that's what we want to look at specifically. The 780i VT1, and then we're just going to continue that. And so that is literally your part number. We can open up our application data sheet. This is the internal use. With Sierra, you have to buy it through a distributor. So the distributor information is going to be here. The end user information is going to be here. The quantity, model number, tag number information is going to be here. The gases and all of that are going to be there. Now, the interesting thing, if you are a distributor or manufacturer's rep, you're going to want to at least fill in the distributor information, fill in the end user information, the quantity, the model number, the tags. The model number is going to be that part number that we just built. You know which gases are going to be used. And so the only thing that you're really going to need is the process variables. And then once we have the process variables, what type of pipe it is. Next, we're going to jump in and talk about some solid state pressure sensors of the 836P lineup from Allen Bradley. Again, have used these in the past. They're very good pressure sensors. And so we can see here, there's a bunch of information on the displays, the different mounts, the non-display models. We can come down here, we can see the comparison chart. Comparison charts really helpful and very much, you know, when you physically can't see the difference in connections, can help you determine the differences between the features and the product families. We're going to take a look at the various different product selections, and I had talked about the list of part numbers, and this is going to be the catalog number that Allen Bradley is going to call out that we could refer to as a part number, and you're going to be able to see the pressure range, you're going to be able to see the pressure type, the process connections, and the output type, and then based off of those individual variables, we're going to get this extremely long alphanumeric list. Now I want to take a look at another way we can get to the same product selection. Now that we're in the correct solid state pressure sensor, we can see here the bulletin number, and please note these blue flags. These blue flags tell us that based on location, they've got the preferred availability. We would generally call them standard stock items. And so we can see that the sensor model, the sensor, the screw-in, the standard model, as opposed to the sanitary or the flush diaphragm that we had seen before, we can see that our displays Displays are absolutely fantastic if you're going to be able to see them. Both the display and non-displayed were standard stock. Our low pressure range, 0 psi unless you're going to pull a vacuum. Our process connection. Now note how we've got the option for the 1/4 inch NPT male, but the 1/4 inch NPT female is the standard connection that we note because the blue. And if we can do that, and if we can direct and make sure that we pick more stock items, it's going to save significant amounts of time for the end user in order to be able to get there. And so with this, we can see that our upper pressure range, we are standard at 200 and we're standard at 362. If you have someone that runs above 362 psi, it's something that you're going to have to wait for. Then we can see that we've got our 1 PNP and our 1 analog output, which typically would work for most applications. We've already selected these two because we have selected this output option, and then we have the option to work out chord sets and patch chords and things like that. And then if we can go ahead, we can accept this, and it will go ahead and pop up the information that we need for the selected component. Another way to get very similar information as to going out and picking in the part number gives you a little bit more information with the configurator. Back to me.
Awesome. I hope that was helpful. Again, Dave from the internet saying thanks for watching, thanks for exploring industrial automation with me. Feel free to reach out, tell me what you guys think, and see you on next Casual Thursday. Bye-bye.